All right, so the iPhone 17e is in-house. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna check it out today. And I said this last year about the 16e. This has the best design of any iPhone right now. Don't at me. Let me know in the comments if you agree. The back of this phone is what I'm speaking of specifically. Single camera cutout, super clean. You can't say it about any other phone in the lineup. Even the 17 Air has like this weird bar thing at the top. I am going to unbox this and give in first impressions on today's video, and then I'll come back to you all in about a week or two. And I'm actually going to make a video about the only way that I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna probably try to use it as sort of my daily driver for about a week. And then there's a specific way that I'm gonna be using this that I think you're gonna want to follow along for that video. So make sure to subscribe for more. But in today's video, we're going to be unboxing and seeing if anything has changed, at least on the design front. I mean, come on. You can't, that is just so clean. That is so clean. Let's pop in here and see what we got. Of course, we have charging, some paperwork, nothing new here. Put this off here. All right, so I honestly don't know that there has been any change in the design, which makes a lot of sense to me. You know, there's been a lot of speculation on why would Apple put out the same exact phone? Why did Google Pixel put out the same exact phone? There are some changes in here which are fairly nice, which we'll probably get to in the next video, but it's basically the same exact phone. And I think it's more about, for someone who is up for a new phone today, they want the latest, most affordable iPhone. There needs to be an answer to that. And if they say, well, that one came out last year, it's the 16e, that just sort of leaves a certain taste in your mouth as an average consumer wanting the latest phone that is the most affordable. So the fact that every year they come out with a new phone allows them to sell more. Now, let's talk about the design, because we love design on this channel. And having the device in hand is a big thing, and what it feels like while you're using it. This back right here feels so nice. It's that textured glass feel, and then the sides have that same feel. It's an aluminum, textured aluminum kind of feel, and so you get this really nice feel in hand. I can also already tell, without even picking up my 17 Pro, it's way lighter. We're gonna go ahead and get it booted up here. Now, we do still have thick bezels. I do wish, in the same fashion as the 17 Pro, that these corners were a bit more rounded. I'll show you what I mean. You can see on the 17 Pro here how rounded these corners are. I'm not talking about these corners. I'm talking about all of this right here. And if I put these next to each other, you can quickly see this has more of the design of the 13s. You had a more boxy design, and those edges, I guess you would call them, are just less rounded. And I think the rounded feel of the 17 Pro just feels nicer in hand. You can also see here the bezel size differences, which that's just gonna be a thing. I mean, this is the budget iPhone. I think a lot of us were hoping and expecting them to add Dynamic Island. I think this would sell even better if it had Dynamic Island, just because, especially over the 16e, it would just be that much more distinguishable. I mean, this is practically the same phone in design for the hardware going on here. Man, that just feels so nice, that textured glass back here. But because my hand has gotten used to these rounded corners on the 17 Pro, it just feels that much more sharper in hand. Now, a lot of people aren't going to be going from the Pro to the E. They might be if they realize this is too much phone for them and they just need something that is Apple and cheaper. But this is kind of a step backwards if you think about it. So I'm going to be taking that step backwards for about a week, like I said, letting you know how I feel about performance and everything like that. All right, before setting up a new iPhone, most people do two things: screen protector and case. For this one, I'm using a couple accessories from ESR. First is their Armorite tempered glass screen protector. What I like about this one is the installation system. It comes with this ultra fit tray that basically lines everything up perfectly. So instead of the usual dust, bubbles, and frustration, you just drop in the phone, press it down, and it installs almost perfectly every time. The glass itself is also really tough. ESR says it's designed to handle up to 110 pounds of pressure, which means it should hold up really well against everyday drops, scratches, and things like keys in your pocket. And it still keeps the display looking completely clear and responsive. Then I'm pairing that with the ESR Clear case. This one has a built-in stash stand around the camera, which is actually pretty clever. It folds completely flat when you're not using it, but then pops out so you can prop the phone up for watching videos or taking calls. Also, it helps with the wobble. Because of the single camera here, there would be a slight wobble, but this this sort of creates more of a plateau, so there's no wobble here. It also works with MagSafe and has pretty strong magnets, plus reinforced corners for drop protection, so you still get the clean look of the phone while adding some real protection. They also sent me over a blue one, which actually looks really nice, and a black one as well. So depending on the look for the day, I might swap these out regularly. So if you just picked up the new iPhone 17e and you want to protect it right away, I'll leave links to both of these ESR accessories down in the description below. And special thanks to ESR for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's finish setting up this phone and see what the iPhone 17e is actually like. Alongside the ESR cases that they were so kind to send over, I did pick up the official Apple green here, which I think looks really nice. And that is just a nice look too. So I'm going to be switching between probably this and the ESR cases. I'm really excited for the ESR cases because of the added functionality. Another thing I want to mention, if you have a case on this at all, because there's only one camera and there's no plateau, whatever the Pro has here, all the wobbliness that you can hear and visualize, this is flat, man. There's zero wobble on this because the case here, if you can see, gives that camera space. So it is a true sort of flat back phone, which is really nice. I don't know why, but I really don't like camera bumps and the wobble and everything. I want a device to be solid. So if you're like me, let me know in the comments down below. But that's gonna do it for today's unboxing and first impressions of the 17e. Like I said, more to come on that subject of actually reviewing this, using it in my day-to-day life. But thanks so much for watching. On this channel, we help you discover intentionally designed and well-made tech so you can live a calmer, more focused life. We like tech that marries form and function. So if that sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video for more, hype this video up, watch this video next. I think you're gonna love it, and we'll see you all in the next one.